Hello, hello everyone. Just checking if it is live. Okay, okay. So hi everyone. So from today I'm starting a 30 days challenge for DSA practice, and I just wanted to show you something. So basically this is cognitivesquad.com. So this is a company where there are various products, like you can just visit this website and then you can explore all the products and all. I think my voice is a bit low. Hello. Yeah. So uh, basically I will be using this AlgoBook AI. You need to just log in. I have already logged in, and it's kind of similar like Lead Code and other platforms, but the problem in the Lead Code, I feel, is there are set of questions which you have to solve, and then means when students or any professionals do practice on Lead Code, so they get stuck on with questions to solve first and how to start, and they follow some list and all. So this platform is something special. So to tackle those things, basically it is driven by AI, so very powerful and very intelligently way. It scans your profile, it observes things, your questions pattern, your means when submission patterns, how many attempts you do and all things. So many things it tracks, and according to you, it gives you a very random question. I'll just show you. I'll just create a new project. So basically you can choose over the different templates which is available. So means Amazon, like if you are planning to interview with Amazon, so there are 651 questions which are pre-filled in this. And if you choose custom, means you can explore other templates as well. So if you can choose custom, so it will be like, and here also one thing I just forgot to mention you. So like Amazon template contains 651 questions. So mainly what it does, it also just not give you a random question. It is intelligently basically gives you some questions in a way that you make you practice in a I don't know, linear pattern. So I'll just use custom because it will generate the question. It will not use any template or something like that. Like practice area, practice DSA and revisit DSA questions. Okay, just 30 days challenge I am doing, so I'll just leave it like that. Interview preparation. Okay, and I'll start with array hash map, two pointers. I think sliding window. Okay, I'll just start with a basic topic. We can choose a topic as well in the editor page as well. So right now I'm just choosing these all topics, and I'm an experienced developer. Okay, and getting back into it. So these are some options which when you create a project, so AI will use this information accordingly and will showcase you the questions. So I'll just start. So basically, okay, one problem is there, like just go to the dashboard, and again I've just created this DSA practice. I'll just click on this. It will ask for the attendance because 30 days timeline I gave. So you have to mark the attendance, like if you are doing the coding today and then tomorrow you are skipping, so it will not track for the tomorrow if you are not doing the attendance. attendance thing. Okay, so I'll just start. So yeah, so this is very beautiful UI. I just increase the screen size. I think it is clearly visible. So yeah, so we have two buttons, smart new question, and then it's just a prompt, like you can enter any specific question, like if you have any question in your mind, like two pointers related question is there, or two sum or three sum. So you can just write three sum question and just you can generate this question. So I'll use the random one. I want the AI to generate the question for me. So I'll just click on this. Okay. Uh, yeah, 1 second. I think some issue. Yeah, okay, my speaker was there. One, sorry. Okay, so yeah, so we got one question. So I'll just expand the question. I'll just go to the full screen and then I'll just expand this. And yeah, so longest balance prefix sum span. So you are given an integer array sum containing only -1, 0, and 1. Okay. A subarray is called uh, balanced if the sum of its element is 0. Return the length of the longest balance array. If no such subarray exists, return 0. Okay, got it. Hmm. Okay. So yeah. So mainly for this, we have an example as well. So 5, 1, -1, 0, -1 is there, and output is 5. The entire array sums to 0, so the longest balance of array has the length. Okay, got it. So basically, in this particular example, you can see that we have 1, -1, 0, -1. So if we can do the summation of this five elements, so the sum is 0, so the longest will be this, so we are just returning the length of the subarray, we can say. Yeah, so length of the longest balance subarray. I think this is a straightforward question. So what we can do, we have this, we are getting nums. Um, if I can say, the brute force approach would be simple, like you know, it will be the in the time complexity of O(n) square. We can just um, uh, run a loop. We can initialize some variable like max length or something, which will be initially as 0, and we can just run a loop till the length of the array. And in the loop itself, I think we can initialize a sum variable, and then we can again run a second loop inside, well, the inner loop I can initialize, where I can start with the index I, like one will be the I loop, and then the inner loop will be the j loop. So j will be starting from I, and it will also go to the length of the array. We can just add the sum, whatever the nums of j will be, and then if we can just check that if sum equals to 0, then the whatever variable like max length, for example, variable we have initialized, we can just check the math.max length, like what is maximum max length, or j minus I plus 1 we can do, because in the inner loop we are uh, iterating through the length of the array. So for extracting the length till that side, we can just means use j minus I plus 1. Yeah, we can do that. So this will be the simpler approach. I'll just solve this just like, okay. So we can just first have some checks like nums equals to equal null, n- n- or it should, if it is null, or nums dot length equals to 0, then obviously we can just return 0. So this will be one of the base case, and I'm just using n dot length, and max length equals to, I think, 0 we can do, and we can just start int I equals to 0, I is less than n, I plus plus. We can just do like this, and we can just initialize a some variable, and in a loop we can do so j, and j equals to I. Okay, just this thing. What is this? Sorry. So it has auto completion mode, so that's why. So let's ignore this, and we can just use some plus nums of j, add in the how sum, and then we can just check if, sorry, we can directly do like, yeah, if sum equals to 0, whenever the sum's value is 0, we can just capture the maximum length of that. So math dot max, and we can do max length, and j minus I plus 1. Yeah, I think this should work. And instead of 0, we can just return the max length. I think that this should work. I will just run the code. Yeah, so I'll just submit it. Yeah, I think this is correct. Okay, yeah, pretty much it. Okay, so let's optimize this. So we can use a hash map approach, I guess. So the key idea will be, if prefix sum at the two indices are equal, then the subvariable between them, I think, yes, sums to be 0. So to maintain a sum from prefix sum, earliest indexing initialize with 0, and then if it is means minus 1, so the prefix sum of 0 at index I, given the length is like I minus minus 1 equals to I plus 1. So yeah, so what we can do with iterate once, compute the prefix sum, and if seen before, the compute candidate length I minus means like yeah, basically we can just compute the prefix sum of all, and we can just check in the hash map like if it is seen before or not. I'll try to solve this as well. So, so I think same checks we can keep, yeah, and we can just use a hash map, integer comma integer, and map equals to new hash map, and map dot put. We can initially put a value like 0 comma means at the index of 0 we'll just initializing it -1, and because in the yeah, 0 index we can put the summation as till that the summation is 0 only, yeah. So int I think max len we can keep again, and let's initialize with 0 and then sum also as 0. We are keeping two variables, and we'll just use a simple loop this time. Only one loop will be required, and this temporary sum and just the sum which we have initialized, we can just treat the value like nums of I, and nums of I we have kept. If map dot we can do contains key, and then we will do this sum. So if it is already present, then in I think length we can keep equals to I minus map dot get sum. We'll check till that like um, if len is greater than max len, then what we can do is max len equals to len. Simply just check. Okay, you may use like math.max as well. So this will be like if maths.contain, and then if not, then what we can do, like we can use a else clause and just will put the value inside that. So some comma I will be the index. I guess this should work. I just run this. Just a second. I'll just try to. We can just initialize the n as well. Nums dot length and just run this. Yeah, it is correct. So yeah, for I guess for beginners, I think means I have practiced some questions here. I think that's why it just gave me the medium question. But if you practice for the first time, it will start with a basic and easy questions. Like if he feels like the platform feels like your level is like you will be getting the easy question or a medium question or hard question. So according to your level only, you will be presented the question. So yeah, we have solved this in 13 minutes. We have solved the two approaches. So yeah, it is good. You can unlock the hints as well, like it will detect some points. So this is also calculated like hints whenever you unlock the hints. So you will be unlocking the Uh, you will be means deducting some points. There is a scoring system logic behind the scene. So this works in this way. Okay, so let's go to the new question. Sorry. So let's go to the new question. So I'll try to solve two questions. Let's okay. So this is also 2 pointer sort. Sorry. So closest pair from and 1 second, just getting a call. Okay. So you're given a sorted integer array nums in a non-decreasing order and an integer target. Okay. And one pair of indices I comma j such that if 0 is less than equals to I less than j less than nums dot length. Okay. The absolute difference. Um, okay, sorry. So the absolute difference of nums of I plus nums of j minus target is minimized. If multiple pairs have the same minimum absolute difference, return the pair with the smallest left index I. If there is a tie, return that one with the smallest right index j. Return the answer as array of two integer I comma j. If array has fewer two elements, return -1 -1. Okay, take it. So let's look at the example. So 6 comma 1 comma 3. This is the input we are getting, and the output is 1 comma 5y. So possible sum includes 1 plus 12. Okay, equals to 13. 3 plus 12 equals to 15. 4 plus 12. Okay. The pair at indices 1 comma 5 gives the sum 15, which matches the target exactly. We got it. So it is optimal. It is a good question. So basically, we are given nums and then we are given target. So question is like we have got an array and it contains some elements, and randomly you can choose two of the values in from the array, and then the summation of that, it should be close enough to the target. So the closest enough would be what the number should be the answer. Hmm. So we have ij, and I guess I should be less than j. Um, sorry, minimizing if nums of I plus nums of j minus target we have to do basically. Mm, so 1 comma 5. Okay, so basically 6 plus 7. Possible sum includes 1 plus 12, 3 plus 12. 3 plus 12 is 15. The pair at indices is 1 comma 5. How? 1 is, for example, it should be 6 or either it should be 1. 5 would be is either it should be 7 or either it should be 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sorry, it should be 4. No, no. Yeah, 7 and 10 should be there if it is 0 based, but how 1 and 5? So you're given a sorted array nums in a non-decreasing order and an integer target. So the one pair and the one pair I comma j such that 0 should be less than equals to I. So I should be always be greater than or equal to 0. I should be less than j and j should be length dot length. So this is zero based indexing now. Yeah, but the example, I guess it is incorrect. 5, 1, 2, 8, 14, 11. So answer is 0, 3. I got it. So last is the summation. Hmm. Last will be the summation. So 0 will be 5 and 8 is 0, 0, 3 equals to 1 plus 9 and 1, 2 is 2 plus 8. This question is a bit confusing. So let's go to ChatGPT. Just is this question correct? Don't solve. The question is written slightly inconsistent and unclear. So what's wrong? Input format is inconsistent. You wrote 6, it looks like either 6 is the size followed by the okay, got it. Okay. Okay, so the real concern is like first the size of the okay, this is the issue. We need to get this. Got it. So input is like 6 and then followed by the 6 characters or 6 items of the array and then the sum. So mainly why the output is 1 comma 5. So if you can see 1 is 3 and 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's 12. So 12 plus 3 is 6. Okay. So yeah, but we need to solve this as well. So I guess brute force approach might be simple and clear. So we can try every pair, like whenever the I is less than j, so we can track minimum absolute difference and apply the tie breaks, like the smaller left index I if tie, then smaller right index j, and yeah, this way we can check. I can just try to solve this. Okay, so what we can do, we just check the checks and all. So we'll do if nums equals to null or nums dot length is less than 2, then we can just return new end, and yeah, it is the central. I might be mistaking the format. -1, comma -1. This is the base case. Uh, yeah. So let's initialize some variables. So int n equals to nums dot length, and just remove this and this. Okay, and anything else? We can use best one equals to -1, and we can best. I guess ing will be better. So best I and best j. So we can initialize this -1 as well. Hmm. Difference also. So difference we can just try to, and means we'll try using long, and long dot max value we can choose, and simply we can just initialize our oh sorry, I equals to 0, I should be less than I plus plus, and then we can um yeah, j loop also we can use. Simply we can just use j should be starting with I, and I should, so j should be less than n, and j plus plus. Uh, we can manage the difference temporary variable, like um, def temp equals to maths dot absolute value we can extract, and we can just use nums of I plus nums of j. So okay, just we will just con uh, use this long to convert into long, and we can simply just minus this with target. I guess this is it. So yeah, we can manage a difference, temporary difference here, and then uh, if my temp diff, sorry, diff temp, and if less than diff. Hmm. One case will be this, another case will be like if diff is or def temp if it is equals to def mm, and best of I equals to -1, I guess, or I is less than best of I. Hmm. And what is the problem here? Okay, now we can just use the or clause and I'll just start if I equals to best of I and J should be less than best of J. I think this condition should be there. Uh, so def temp it should be less than difference. And else if as well just check def temp is less than def or def temp if it is equals to def के साथ best of I should be -1 into best of I should be less than best of I into I should be so yeah I think um we have closed this IJ and we'll just return uh sorry I just forgot that diff we can just assign is diff temp and best of I equals to I best of J is equal to J. And where we can do just best J, best I. Yes, it should work. Oh, one test case is failing. Let's try to submit it. Hmm, partially correct. Okay, I think let's continue tomorrow because I think this is very tricky question, I guess. But yeah, we have tried. I was just in the brute force approach. I was trying to whatever the condition should be applied for choosing the closest pair. We just define the condition. Might be some condition there would be some mismatch or something like that. So we have to properly debug it. So I think in the next session we can do that. We'll continue with this question and then we'll come back with the optimal approach as well. Yeah, thank you guys.